Hi, my name is Destiny Broomer. I chose Nurse Tech because it's something I always wanted to do ever since I was little. As I've grown, I learned that there's always a job in the medical field. In my freshman year at St. George's, I also considered the shops of health information tech and medical assisting. I chose those shops to fall back on because they're also in the medical field, and I knew I would learn things such as anatomy and physiology and also some medical terms. My favorite part in nurse tech would definitely have to be the clinicals. Clinicals had to be my favorite part because I'm a hands-on learner, and to actually perform the skills that we learned in the lab was pretty cool to me. Um, Applying stuff that we learned in the lab in real life uh, definitely was fun and also very challenging, which is something I like. I like a challenge. The residence was a challenge. It's another reason why I like clinicals. Clinicals was just the most fun out of nurse tech to me. You get hands-on learning. You know what to do in an actual situation, not in the lab where we're using dummies instead of real residents or real people. Uh, we learned stuff. We used a lot of anatomy and nurse tech, which is actually very beneficial because you have to learn anatomy again in college if you do decide to go to college. Um, Having that prior knowledge of anatomy is very beneficial because you already have an advantage. People go into college without learning any anatomy or physiology, and you already have like a prior knowledge of it. So you definitely have an advantage to other candidates that's going to the school. You also learn a lot of valuable lessons. I learned time management, patience, attitude, behavior. I learned time management actually during clinicals. Uh, when you're at clinicals, you have to get done a certain amount of things before you leave. So you might have to get them dressed, brush their teeth, brush their dentures, and feed them before you leave. And that seems like a little bit, but it takes some time. And when we first got there, we definitely took a long time doing those, probably like three, four things. And as we went on, we learned to get quicker, how we can finish our residence and our amount of residence in a certain amount of time, how we can help our peers, help our fellow friends with their stuff, how we can recommend them to help them finish quicker and actually finish more proficient. So time management was definitely big and lessons in nurse tech. I also learned patience because residents, they get to choose. You can't make them get dressed. You can't make them brush their teeth. You also can't make them eat. So you learn patience. You learn to go to another resident and feed them or get them dressed or brush their teeth or whatever, you give them a bed bath. You learn to do other stuff while waiting for another resident to get ready or be ready, in order to receive care. Uh, After high school, I am going to Delaware State University to major in nursing. I Graduating from a vocational school is definitely an advantage because, like I said before, anatomy. We learned anatomy in sophomore year, so having that prior knowledge, and I know sophomore year sounds like a long time ago, but when you have a teacher who sticks it in your head and does things to make it stick, like projects, acronyms that help things stick, it actually helps. And having that prior knowledge is going to definitely help me throughout college because that's something I have to take again. I have to take anatomy and physiology again, so it's going to help me. Also, I've been to clinicals. I know what to look for when we go to clinicals in order for me to receive my RN. Uh, it's definitely going to help me there as well. So I'm basically a better candidate than other people who just went to a regular high school. They don't know any anatomy physiology. They've never been to clinicals. It's like they have to start from the beginning where you're kind of in the middle because we've been there. We learned this. We did this. So you definitely have an advantage going to a vocational school and also being a nurse tech. Uh, some advice for me to you would definitely be do your work and make sure you understand it. If you don't understand something, in nurse tech, I would definitely ask, because you're going to need it further on if you decide to continue your career in a medical field. Pay attention to the skills tests, because they're definitely going to help you when you're being tested for the actual thing, when you're actually being tested for your CNA. So those skills tests that Miss Stinson's going to give you is going to be beneficial. It's going to be your pass or fail. It's definitely going to help you. Miss Stinson's an awesome teacher. The work that she gives is a lot, but she's doing it because this is stuff you have to know. This is stuff that's going to stick with you for probably the rest of your life. And the way she teaches it is like amazing. She teaches it in a way where you can remember. She teaches it in a way where it can help you. She's definitely going to work with you if you need help. So she's an awesome teacher. Definitely give her a chance. Another thing to help you throughout high school, I would say keep your GPA up, above a 3.5 or 3.5, because it will help you get into National Honor Society, and National Honor Society is awesome to be in, because colleges look at you, you're offered more scholarships, you get volunteer hours, which is also something colleges look at. College wants a all-around student. They want people who've been in sports, people who are smart, people who volunteer, people who want to help people. So it's definitely beneficial. Being in nurse tech has definitely been amazing for me. I'm so glad that I chose nurse tech. I'm definitely happy with the career path that I'm going towards. I definitely feel blessed for having people like Miss Stinson and Miss Cunningham in my life. Definitely Miss Stinson. Sorry, Miss Cunningham. Definitely Miss Stinson, because she helped me throughout my years. Even though she came in my junior year, she definitely helped me with a lot of stuff. She actually sat me down and talked to me and asked me what I want to do and helped me with the things I am doing in my life. So I just want to thank Miss Stinson, and Nurse Tech was amazing.